I founded AIATELLA back in 2022 in response to a problem that I had observed during my training as a biomedical scientist. And that was the limitations of cardiovascular imaging analysis. Those limitations being how dependent they are on who's actually reading them, how complex it is to read them, and the time that it takes to do so. It's a heavily manual process done with click and drag measurements with a computer mouse on medical imaging, and that requires a doctor, a specialised doctor, with quite a lot of expertise, but more importantly a lot of time to do a single patient, up to 20 minutes per scan. So by using AI to automate those measurements, we can actually produce the same result in less than a second. The benefit of having AI is it doesn't get tired. It doesn't need a cup of coffee at the start of the day. So it's a lot more reliable as well. So it's a more accurate way of analysing images, it's more reliable, and it's over 100 times faster at producing the results.
There's a huge emphasis on the patient journey at the moment. Especially when you're looking at different healthcare systems, we are trying to make sure that what we can do can widen access. And that means that, we could be in Cumbria, Cairo, or Cape Town and still be able to help a physician make an informed diagnosis. Evidence-based medicine requires evidence-based education. But enabling and facilitating, and I think that's a key point that is often missed, this is not going to replace what a physician does. It's going to help the flow of patients through the system.
I could see how much that would benefit a large number of people, and it wasn't just limited. It can benefit lots and lots of people, lots and lots of patients. And it was probably one of the first that I've seen in terms of AI and AI capability to be able to help so many people. It's all about prevention rather than cure. So I think this is on that journey about preventing and helping people before it gets too late.
So one of the key benefits of our tool is that it's multimodal. So I'm sure you've heard of CT, MRI and ultrasound imaging. And the reason we do it across the three, not only because the entire care pathway needs all three imaging modalities, but with ultrasound, which is a portable, cheap and accessible tool to have, actually allows us to go and reach a wider portion of the community. Now, of particular importance to me is underserved communities. The Northeast region itself represents one of those communities. So by applying our tool to AI and ultrasound, you can actually empower people to go into the community and drive preventative medicine. So early detection of cardiovascular diseases, increasing that access to healthcare and decreasing the inequalities around access to healthcare.
I had a TIA in about 2005, which changed a lot of things about my life. Main thing is I'm on medication now. I'm the sort of person, if something's going to make everything better, go for it, give it a go. If it helps the doctors, the consultants, if it helps the patients and makes everything better, then it's definitely a good thing.
You seem to hear a lot of sort of bad press about AI, but I think from my point of view, in the setting in the medical setting, it can only be a positive thing.
We've proven it works in a study here in the Northeast. The next step is to demonstrate that on a much bigger patient cohort and actually a much bigger geography. So we're now in an international multi-site trial, not only to show that this works in our local region and in one disease state, but to actually expand the applications across the world. I mean, cardiovascular disease is a global problem, so we need to have a global solution. Every day now I hear other people's personal experience with cardiovascular disease, either individually or people that they know. My personal connection was through my father, who had a heart attack at 49, 6 weeks after he had actually had a scan that would have picked up and possibly prevented that. So that's my motivation in really shifting healthcare from reactive to preventative. Because if we find out, potentially years before we have a life-changing event, we then have the power to make a difference and change that.